day 22 of free agency, and Mike Dunleavy and Joe Lacob are still and not making any moves. Joe Lacob, the chairman of the Warriors, and Mike Dunleavy, the GM for the Warriors, are auditioning for the pageant of the Masters. This arts festival has been around for 80 years in Laguna Beach, but what makes it popular is these actors and volunteers in the community get on stage and they bring famous paintings to life. So they'll get painted up, masqueraded up, and they'll be sitting still, and then the lights dim, they come on, and everyone is still. They're not moving. They're still. Okay. They're not moving, and they bring these paintings to life. So if option A was sign aging Al Horford and trade Kuminga to the Bulls for Kobe White, what is plan B? What are we doing here?
Go back to the painting thing. Are they doing that one, the screaming one? Like they just don't know what to do? Because here's the thing. Dennis Schroeder went for 3 years and $45 million. That's almost absurd as Bobby Portis is signing. They're just intelligent individuals. They're like this. The market is so freaking out of whack in terms of what you're getting for what you pay that you'd rather stand pat. Now every fan looks at it and then goes, "We need people." They're like, "Yeah, we need people, but just not these people that are getting signed for absurd amount of money." And you don't want Dennis Schroeder on your team again, do you? Do you? No, you don't. Sacramento Kings got him because the Kings said we got to get someone. So they went and got Dennis Schroeder, and it's not the right fit for their team. So standing pat, no one likes that. They want to see you sign someone, get better, do something. Who's really won the offseason?
The Rockets.
The Rockets, okay. Durant, right? That gives everyone hope.
Durant, they re-signed Jabari Smith Jr., they got Van Fleet, they got Capella, they got the Lakers guy, Dorian Finney-Smith. They got everyone.
Here's where I'm going. And you're also, this is the downside, right? So they're standing pat. The downside is they look around, fans look around, they go, the Clippers just got Chris Paul, re-signed James Harden. I mean, like the Western Conference is not getting any easier. So even though you're standing pat and probably not risking a poor investment, everyone around you is maybe not making those poor investments, but taking more risk than you would, I guess is the point I'm trying to make. So Dunleavy.
I guess we have to see how it plays out.
If you're a team like the Clippers, like you're all in. You don't care where you land. You got enough money you can write checks.
Their window is this year.
Exactly.
Like it is. Chris Paul's 40. They got Bradley Beal, who's in his 30s. Harden, Kawhi. I mean, if they don't win this year,
and this might be the smart
play. They're going to have to blow it all up.
This might be the smart play. You hold, right? You let everyone else make these shitty investments, not so great investments in and around you. And then next year you have either you have the capital or you have the capital and you have the roster moves or you're willing to make different roster moves. Let's see what happens.
Well, I think we're in this standstill with Kuminga because that was your chip where you could go and get something else in a sign and trade, but no one, as far as I know and what I can read, really want him. So you might have to bring him back, and you can't get that sign and trade with Kobe White of the Bulls or even like Malik Monk of the Kings. So they might be bringing the same roster back plus Al Horford, and you look around and everyone got better. OKC got better because they're getting a year older. Yeah. Ant's going to get better.
The Warriors have a tough of it because you just watched the Thunder, who were 3 years ago an afterthought for the most part. They're now an NBA title. They just won an NBA title. So there's a team that's already leapt over you. Yeah. And then you look around and it's not getting easier. LeBron's still LeBron. He's got Luka now. I mean, granted, Luka was already in the Western Conference. The Mavericks, you can't sleep on them anymore. The Rockets, like in the East, the only team making moves is the Bucks, really.
Yeah.
So it's just a tough spot for now. If the Warriors were in the East, everyone might be like, "This is fine. We're doing okay." Everything else looks a little better if you're in the East. If you're in the West, everyone else around you is getting better.
Well, Pageant of the Masters closes with The Last Supper, Leonardo da Vinci, painting from, I think, like the 1490s. So like they're known. I've gone 3 times now. It's great. But they always end it with the Last Supper. And I hope if Dunleavy doesn't do anything, this is his last supper with the Warriors, and he gone.
No, you can't judge a man on this offseason. I'm sorry.
Bad draft, no development, no players.
Okay.
What are we doing here? We haven't developed one player that we've drafted over the last 5 years. Haven't developed one player.
Your team's not that bad. Like you're just in the West. That's the problem. The problem is you are in the West. If you were in the East, you'd be talking about a 4 seed.
But the real problem is Steph Curry, has 2-3 years left on his prime? So we have 2 or 3 years left to win a championship, and then you know what happens to the franchise. They go all the way back down there where
Jason Richardson's your best player.
Yeah, they're like hanging out with the Trailblazers.
Go back to playing in Oakland.
Yeah.
The Warriors are a good team. Yeah. Again, they're a good team. You're just playing in a conference that is getting better around you.
But once you taste that like Omaha steak, you can't go back to Hamburger Helper.
You can't go to a choice steak from Safeway.
No, you can't. Hello, and welcome to Big Ben and K-Win. Each week we broadcast live on YouTube. If you're more of an audio podcast person, download, listen, subscribe. But if you do like that video, we've got Spotify and YouTube. You should check us out. I'm K-Win. He's Big Ben. We talked about the Warriors. We're going to talk a little Major League Baseball trade deadline. Big Ben wants to talk about NBA expansion. We got to go in Jack Caglione home run watch and much more.
We're already on the NBA. Let's stick there. Okay. Is that all right? Okay. Yeah. So the owners met recently, all in Las Vegas, right? What do you think takes place there? Is it just kind of owners get together and kind of ask, Mr. Silver?
I think this year they're complaining about the CBA.
Yeah.
In contracts. But probably talking about TV money. They're probably talking about like back-to-back games, scheduling, in-season tournaments. They're definitely talking about the officiating, because the officiating during the year was completely different than the playoffs. I enjoyed the playoffs because it was more physical. It was a different brand of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
So they're probably talking about the consistency of the officiating, and maybe there's a window of time where it's 2 weeks before the playoffs. They get to hint of what the playoff whistle is going to be like, rather than just jumping right into like bad boys defense right out the gate. Oh,
they're also, when talking about, does Jeannie Buss go to that still? You think she's still the representative for the Lakers?
I think she goes.
How do you mean that strut when she walks in? $10 billion.
No, she only got 1/6 of that.
Still, listen, it's like the company got sold for $10 billion, right? And the CEO or whoever took home this much. Celtics just recently got sold for what? 7, 8?
Money. I don't even know.
Here's the thing. Okay, so expansion. I'm from Seattle.
Yes, you
are.
The
Sonics have not been here for 17 years when I was living on Roy Street. And we all had 2 seats among 4 people for every game, and we'd Rochambeau to whoever went, and the rest would meet at Aussie's.
Great bar.
Wonderful bar. Wonderful. Still in service today. Aussie's, right there on Mercer Street. But everyone around here wants to talk expansion. The Climate Pledge Arena, ready for basketball. I went to the first round games. Beautiful experience.
That's the old Supersonics?
Old Key Arena. They revamped it. It's gorgeous.
What's it called again?
Climate Pledge Arena.
Climate Pledge Arena?
Climate Pledge. So the pledge was, I forget who built it out, or the ownership said, we're going to have a net zero carbon footprint or whatever it is. So they got some plants growing on the wall, all that jazz. Recycle the water that you use in the urinal. Yeah. But we're all talking expansion. We built the stadium. It's ready. It's here. Las Vegas wants a team too. Las Vegas wants a team. They've shown that the fans will show up. It'll be interesting when the A's come, but for the most part, for the Knights and the Aces, they've shown up. Will they expand here in the States, or do you go international? That's the question I think on the table right now in wave expansion. Not only that, but I think you're looking at the $10 billion for the Lakers as being the top of top in terms of what franchise get paid for. Celtics not far behind them. How much are the Trailblazers gonna go for, in your opinion? Where do they land?
I mean, you've got Portland, backyard of Nike, Pacific Northwest. There's no baseball. There's no football. I think there's a soccer team up there. In Gonzaga basketball. I mean, they're probably like at least 1 to 2 billion.
Only 1 to 2?
I mean, right now.
I think that's what they're waiting for. Hear me out. So if you're say, because this is all going to get split right now, if you expand, the owners have got to split this new media deal, right? Yeah. 32 ways. Maybe they get them half shares as they've done in college. But whatever the Portland Trailblazers go for, I think is the cost of the next franchise.
Is Portland trying to sell?
Portland's up for sale. There's a for sale sign. There's a Redfin right outside their stadium, Moda Center, for sale. So I think
they're going to Dollhouse, the realtor.
Blauhouse is selling the Blazers. No, I think they're waiting for that to happen in order to understand, okay, what's the minimum entry into the NBA? What's that going to cost? And then the one thing that interests me, this is an international game now.
Yeah.
You and I talked about this. Like probably 5, 6, 7 of the top 10 players in the league now are international, from Wemby to Jokic to. So at what point do you go? Is it feasible to go into London? I mean, you could go Mexico City.
Yeah.
Pretty easily, right? But the thing is if you were Adam Silver and you really want to roll the dice, China.
That's a long road trip.
But I mean, scheduling wise, could you make it work? Could you do back-to-backs? Could you, what does that look like?
Well, then China would have to come out here for 2 months.
Could they have
travel around and then go back?
Could they have a stateside home, right? Something along those lines. But the feasibility, the reason I bring that up, imagine if you had an international franchise. Basketball is truly international to the effect that I think China has, of all the teams combined in terms of followers, we have 60 million of all teams. In China alone, I think it's 4, 5, 6, 7 times that of just people that enjoy the NBA or watch basketball. The Yao Ming effect. I don't know what they do, but I think that's what they're waiting on. And I think that's what talks are about. Would you go to China? Would you go to China?
Not until the international infrastructure is in place. I could see them going to Eastern Europe and having 2 spots, like a London and a Spain, or a France and a Spain. That way, the teams could go out and they could play, and then maybe there's a neutral site game as well. I think they have to go to EMEA before they go to China, because that kind of breaks down the legs or the travel. And I think you got to go in pairs, right? Because you don't want to just get stuck in one city and then you have to fly out the next day or a week later after playing no game. So I think they have to add in pairs, in geographic pairs.
But you think if you're Adam Silver, wouldn't that be the best thing you could do in terms of longevity of the game too?
I think he should move it to China in the next, let's call it 5 to 10 years. I think that would be the smart play. Get there before the NFL. We've said it before. Yeah. NFL is going to be worldwide. They're already having games there. There's a matter of time before there's NFL teams in Germany and Munich and all these other places.
I don't think it spells a team for Seattle, to be honest. I just don't think. That's a lot of money. Imagine if the Blazers go for $5 billion. $5 billion. You just had a guy that bought the Tampa Bay Devil Rays for $200 million back 10 years ago and just sold them for $1.7 billion. That's insane. Now for an NBA franchise, the fact that the Lakers and Celtics got the money that they got, I think is my point.
Yeah.
The fact that they did makes it really hard to bring a franchise here, I think, stateside. In terms of $5 billion is a lot of money for, you got to find a lot of people. Like, who's got $5 billion sitting around?
There's so much money in the Pacific Northwest between Amazon and Microsoft. Like, are you telling me that some of those people can't cash in? You tell me Jeff Bezos can't buy a team?
Yes, maybe someone texts Jeff Bezos and tells him, "Hey, it'd be really cool if you had a NBA team." Like, maybe that works. Maybe Bezos becomes Ballmer. Who knows? But I'm just saying, if you're the NBA owners down there in Vegas, I think you're debating: do we go to 32 and split? And how much of that money, the money that they're going to have to pay for the teams, goes back into the owners' pockets?
Yeah. I think they're definitely going to Vegas.
For sure.
For sure. Like, they've seen, the Aces, they've seen the Knights, the Raiders haven't won yet, but that stadium's awesome. It's selling out. The A's, I think they're going to do well out there. And so I think it's only a matter of time before there's a team in Vegas. And like I said, you got to add it in pairs. So I could see Vegas. I can see Seattle. And here's what I'm doing. I'm doing a little realignment. There's 30 teams, 15 in the East, 15 in the West. I'm adding Vegas and I'm adding Seattle to the Western Conference. And I'm moving Memphis where it belongs in the East. Okay. Like, pull up a map. Memphis should be playing in the Southeast Conference against Miami, Orlando, Carolina, and Atlanta. Charlotte. Like, it makes no sense for Memphis to be out here. So I'm moving Memphis there. I'm also changing Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City is playing in a division with like Portland and Utah and Denver. They should be with the Texas teams. Like, they're right above Texas. Agreed. So it should be Oklahoma City, the Texas teams, and New Orleans.
So you're saying let's sell these people on the idea that hey, athletes, you won't have to travel as far. You get to play, you'll be home a little more. Like, let's grease the skids there around like expansion here versus, hey, you're going to be on a flight for 2 weeks to London. Who knows?
I also think the NBA is trying to figure out, listen to me carefully, they're trying to figure out how gambling can work for the fans, not for the players. And so what better way than to get a team in Vegas and start working with Vegas and understanding how that they can monetize the game even more? Like, I think that is a cash cow based on how many people play like DraftKings, DFS. Like, you either got to get TV money or you got to get more money from the fans or more money through marketing partnerships.
Yeah. So how are you going to make up the money you might be losing by going internationally into, Okay, that's kind of seedy in my opinion, but sure. Let's I get it. Like, if there's $5,
they rig the draft so that the Mavs could get Cooper Flag. Like, what else is going on behind closed doors?
But we'll see.
What do you have in terms of the Major League Trade Deadline in your Seattle Mariners?
Oh, give me Eugenio Suarez tomorrow.
You want him? Please. You have to beat out the Yankees. Yankees want him.
I know. Williamson's an okay player. So this guy's been called up. He's done decent. I think he's hitting 242, a couple home runs. He does, plays stellar third base. However, he's like, when you get to him in the order, it's like, man, we could use an RBI double. He's not hitting any RBI doubles anytime. Suarez is just a pro at just, I think he's hitting 240, but he's got 35 jacks. I mean, give me him, give me Naylor. Probably Suarez above all, and then O'Hearn.
Okay. So you think third base is the biggest gaping?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Like, you look at Williamson's got the lowest OPS of any third baseman that's starting today in the major league. So you got to improve that. Right? That's going to be your biggest hole. Yeah, it'd be nice to have someone protecting Cal down the stretch too. Because when you get down to our lineup, it's Randy Arozarena is not going to protect him all that much. You got like Eugenio, like you're going to see more fastballs if you're Cal and he's hitting behind you. So
yeah, I think they are pitching to. This might sound crazy. They're pitching to Cal because they're like, who cares? Like, if he hits a 2-run homer or a solo shot, Seattle can't score any more runs.
like,
that's the scary part. Like, they're like, whatever, and they just keep pitching to him.
Yeah, and you look at the Mariners, and everyone's like, if the pitching just gets healthy, like Logan Gilbert's throwing tomorrow, Bryce Miller could get healthy here soon, so we got to want to throw out Logan Evans. But I mean, we're doing well enough to be where we were last year, right? And the offense is still the biggest hole. We probably need another leverage arm to come, but we have enough assets. That's for sure. We have enough assets, and
one of the top rated minor league.
Yeah, I mean, we got assets.
Yeah,
we'll trade Cade. What I will say this, they got shellacked in that last game by the Astros. If we would have won that game, that puts us 2 out. Yeah. That I think would have been like, okay, we're at a bidding table against the Yankees. All of a sudden, we're only 2 out, and we just swept the Astros. We're going to push the ante a little more for someone like Suarez. That's for sure. Yeah. And they're getting beat again by the Brewers, who are red hot again tonight. But that's what we need.
When you're 2 games out, that's when we'll add another prospect.
Yeah, exactly. like I hit 4 home runs and triple or single A. Okay, fine. Like we'll see. What about the Giants? What about your team?
I think the Giants are in the same position as the Mariners in that they need to add to their offense, to lengthen their offense, to be more productive, to score more runs. And they're also the same in that I think they're really both playing for the wild card. So it matters of like, what can you do? Like the Giants do need another bat. Like at first base, they have the lowest OPS for their platoon at first base. They could use some help in the outfield. They could use another starting pitching, and they could use a catcher. Like what is really saved the Giants is their bullpen and their top 2 pitchers, Logan Webb and Robbie Ray, and a couple of hitters here or there. So here's who I want them to get. Mitch Keller from the Pirates. He's not a household name. He's 29 years old. He's under contract for the next 3 years. I don't think you have to give up a whole lot to go get him. And maybe he can slide in right there as your number 3 starter because it's Webb, Ray, and then Verlander hasn't won a game. And then there's other people that are struggling. So I like a little move like that, or to get Eduardo Cabrera on the Marlins. He's 27, throws hard changeup. He's got the spin, little elbow discomfort. But I would rather trade for maybe a 3rd or 4th starter than try to overpay, because I don't think that there is that ace of a staff out there on the deadline. And I don't know if there's that power bat either. Like the same people that the Mariners get, the Giants could get. O'Hearn, Aldofis, Garcia. Like there's not that impact bat out there.
Here's what I think the Giants hope the most is that the Diamondbacks do sell and do sell hard. Because how many more games you got against the Diamondbacks? Probably 8. So I mean, you want the A's aren't going to sell, right, in our division. The Texas Rangers are in it. Angels might sell a little bit, but I mean, best thing, it's kind of addition by subtraction. Best thing that could happen to the Giants is just see these teams that they're playing against, so they're not down the stretch. I mean, that's a tough little. Who you have? Padres, Giants. I mean, there's no layups in that.
Yeah, it would help if there was a fire sale in Phoenix to get rid of some of their pitchers that are free agents or get some of their bats. What would help the Giants?
10 days away?
Yeah, about 10 days away.
Let's get Jeff Passan on. That guy will come on.
Get Jeff Passan.
Let's get Jeff Passan on. But I mean, I think the same things pop up and up. They had the top 50 potential trade deadline. They rated them I think from 0% to 100%. And those that were in the 90s was Suarez and the same dudes everyone's talking about. Yeah. So
while I'm anxious for the Warriors, I am patient for the Giants. I don't think we should go all in. Yeah.
Ooh. No, you're patient.
I'm patient for the Giants.
I can't
You
wait.
are anxious for your Mariners. You said last week, like, I want a home playoff game. Like, you
I
want to go
absolutely.
all in for one playoff game.
I
You're a little too thirsty, as those young kids would say.
listen. When I say all in, I'm saying how many pitchers do you need for a 5-game series?
Starters?
Yeah.
3.
Okay. Make sure I have 3 really good starters. And then give me just guys that can bang the ball around the ballpark. I don't know. The algorithm that they've got right now is just get the arms out there. But here's the thing: the arms can have one bad inning, and they look down the bench, and they go, "We're not coming back. I'm toast." Kirby out there threw 6 1/3 of just great ball tonight, 5 1/3. He gave up 3 runs, and you could see him. He was decimated because he knew he's got no shot. He's got no shot right now. Unless Raleigh gets back to where he was and Roses and Reina gets on a heater again, like they just don't have a shot. The guy was dealing, so you gotta be able to score runs, and you need your pitching to that point to look and go, I can give up a couple, we're good. Like they don't have to be perfect. So
would you rather have the playoff or build for the future with some of these prospects that you have up and coming? You got Cal under contract. Maybe you develop some of these prospects. Maybe this year it's wild card with some things that you have. Next year they take a step, win the division.
my patience is gone.
Wow.
My patience. That's a good question. Ask me after the deadline.
Okay. That's the difference between Giants fans and Mariners fans.
What's that?
You guys are looking for just to get into the playoffs.
We've never had a steak. We've never eaten a Morton's or.
We're looking for a World Series, and we're patient because we don't have the same superstar on the Giants that we have on the Warriors. So we've got some time. We've got new management. You're looking for that 3-day weekend in Cancun, and we're looking for that 10-day vacation in the south of France. Got to be patient.
No, but that analogy doesn't fit because we've never left Shreveport, Louisiana in our life. So like the 3 days in Cancun looks like it seems amazing, right? You guys have been there before. We haven't. And that's the difference. It's just, you don't know what it feels like because you've never been there, but you know what hasn't got you there in the past. And what hasn't got us there is riding 5 pitchers. We had the best pitching staff in baseball last year, bar none. You go ask anyone. Did that work? No, it didn't. It did not work. So you have to change. You have to do something. You have to adapt. And again, it just doesn't mean by you adding bats, it's more runs. It's the pitchers look and go, okay, I'm a little more confident in my offense. I don't have to be perfect. I'm not going to, like there's a ripple effect to everything. So, and also Justin Turner's right. He looked at it. He looked at that pitching staff and goes, why you're not bringing more offense to support these guys is ludicrous because you're just relying on these guys going out and throwing quality start after quality start after quality start. I think they led the league in quality starts by at least 10 games last year. And yet you're not in the playoffs. Something's wrong there. If that can't be the case, that shouldn't be the case.
Yeah, but we don't have the jobs, thankfully, to look at the short term and the long term, right? Like, is Suarez going to really help the Mariners that much more? Or is holding on to a couple prospects? I don't have the answer for that. But what you don't want is you don't want to be all of a sudden in a Los Angeles Clippers situation where you've got all these people in and you've got to win now with bad contracts and there's no future and no hope in a depleted farm system. But would you take that for a home playoff game?
Gosh,
Suarez
depends on where I'm sitting. How about that? It depends on
Suarez in a playoff game.
Home
your
playoff.
minor league system and the opportunity to
The
win a
Sox are
division 3
decimated.
years down the road.
Listen, here's one thing though, I will say, and I forget who was saying this, but they're right. We can develop arms. Like
Yeah.
Brian Wu stunk. And
I said
you
it.
did. You thank you. Okay, I will cite you as the source. We can develop arms. We can't develop bats.
Can't acquire bats either.
Well, let's try. Let's go. Let's push all in. Let's see what happens. We don't know. We can't acquire Justin Turner and say this is the solution. This guy is not the solution. He said he wasn't the solution. Like, let's go find someone where we're like, okay, this is the best we could do. Do it once. Try it. And if you
I just don't think that bat's out there. I think it's a bad market.
But go give me the best you can in the bad market and let's see if it works. Like that's, and maybe you're right. There's going to be too much of a high demand on a guy like Suarez, so therefore you're giving up too much. I'm sure that's the narrative that they'll carry out when Suarez is in pinstripes and hits 20 home runs from here until the end of the season, and the Yankees resurgence happens, and then all of a sudden they're in the World Series. You got to try.
I think what the Mariners don't do that the Giants have just done, and we'll see if it works, is I think they have to overpay for some bats. Like, the Giants overpaid for Willy Adames. They got Devers' contract. We're going to see if either one of those work out. Seattle's just got to be like, here is $200 million, Cody Bellinger. Come play center field.
Sure. I mean, Cody wouldn't be your guy, but I agree. You need to, because again, it's not just about again, I mentioned this hope, right? Like, it brings hope to the fans. Like, okay, we're making an investment.
There's hope to the pitching staff too.
Exactly. Thank you. It brings hope all around. Like, you go in a clubhouse, there's a ton of games. When you're running into a guy like Suarez that has 35 jacks, you sit there and go, okay, there's more hope in this clubhouse than there was before because this guy has done it. And when you bring in, if you do nothing, you're saying, we believe we're going to get as far as we've gotten with what we have, and what we have hasn't been enough. Hasn't.
Yeah.
So the Mariners are a paradox, man. Like, they haven't done anything.
We should get Bezos to buy the Mariners and
boom, combo deal.
Yeah.
Like, we'll only allow you to buy an NBA team if you buy the Mariners too.
Well, because the guy who bought the Dodgers, he's the group that now owns the Lakers.
Yeah, that guy owns everything, though.
So does Bezos.
Bezos doesn't own anything. What does he own?
He's got the money to own everything.
He does, but he doesn't know how to spend it. He doesn't know nothing fancies him, other than
What if Ballmer bought the Mariners?
Oof, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
It's just not the cool thing, though, in the Pac Northwest. Like, you buy the naming rights to a hiking trail before you buy a sports franchise. Oh, Cags watch.
He's still at 4 home runs.
We'll clap.
I said he's got to get to 7
by the end of
July for me to have a chance.
I sent you that hat.
Okay.
It's in the mail. I appreciate it with the full 30 days of the Magic Mind.
Yeah.
I'm in day 4, I think.
Every morning?
A little sharper, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm digging it.
Nice.
I'm digging it. Hope you dig that hat. I do dig the Fest hat.
Thank you. Let's dig on out of here. At Big Ben KWin _ anywhere you get your social media, that is Threads, TikTok, maybe Blue Sky, Instagram, Facebook, and much, much more. X too. Don't forget to 5-star us anywhere you get your audio podcast. If you like the live podcast, I love it. Drop your comments below. If you watch on demand, drop your comments below. Each week we broadcast live on YouTube. And you can see our live feed in the Spotify app as well. I'm KWin. He's Big Ben. We talk Mariners, Giants, Pageant of the Masters, and dogs.
Dude, I could see on Amazon tomorrow, there's like a little digital counter for dog poop bags. You just got rifled again.
It's all right.
We need some blanket copyright on this show.
You know what? Someone said people who are generous in life often are the happiest people in life. So if someone wants to take my ideas and profit off of it, I'm glad I could just help them get to that next point in their career or that closer to retirement.
You're like the Robin Hood of
Amazon?
Yeah. Yeah, you get down.
Adjustable speakers. Ooh. So I can podcast and DJ. You know how everything comes back in style? I just play stuff from the 90s and,
That's what he was playing.
Everyone loves it.
It was wonderful. You had Tupac
Aren't you
going.
like a little, not concerned, but Eminem retired for a while. He came back and everyone knows Eminem. I was out somewhere at dinner and people knew Jay-Z. I'm like, half of you kids weren't even born. How do you know Jay-Z and Eminem?
Where was I today? I was at Jersey Mike's in line, and they were playing Tupac. And this woman's like, how 90s rap? How do you guys know who Tupac is? And the guy's like, half of them hunched. They're like, it's actually just the Spotify station.
Everything's back from the 90s.
Exactly. Baggy jeans that don't go down all the way with your tube socks and some Adidas. That's all you need.
All right. But so what I do want to create is the electronic e-tank for poop bags.
Okay.
Like when you're out walking your dog, you don't know how many poop bags you have left. And it's hard to tell when you look at the roll. So I wish that e-light would show up and start blinking and you have at least 5 poop bags left.
Very good point. Very good point. Have you ever got caught not picking up a poop?
Never. I do ask for a poop bag.
Yeah, of course. I think that's standard practice among dog owners. You give a poop bag.
But then I just don't make eye contact. I always bend down and make it look like I did something, even though I'd have nothing and I've picked up nothing. And then I just get out of there real quick, fast, get away. Come on, Theo, let's go.
You know what you got to do? I did this today. I picked up 2 poops that weren't mine.
Really?
Yeah, good poop karma. It's called poop karma. In the event that you don't pick one up, like you're in that situation, you don't feel as bad. You're like, I picked up 2 poops that weren't mine. I mean, I'm still on the right side of being a dog owner.
At first, I thought you said you picked up Roy's poop with your hand.
No.
You talking about no poop bags.
No, this was I had enough poop bags, and I'm at the dog park, so it's within the walking path. If you ever want some good karma, just go to the dog park, pick up some poop.